Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's so active out here with the light. Your balance is perfect. Nailed it. The top of the world is so low down here. A smart foe would leave. Biohazard makes your skin crawl. You can make something from that. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open sea. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Stories keep moving whether you drive them or not. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out. There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. That's where he bobs. Gulp refuses to move from that barge, despite the fact it makes him birth. Goop's not sure, though, if it's the surf sickness or the radium syrup that causes it. Blaster faster! poking around Pockbur, a prime village. Says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues. As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village to its knees already. That's what they call the blight that's been haunting the land since the old world ended in the apocalypse around here. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Says you glow like the midday sky, 3 outposts down and a tribe war to go. Says you'll see each other later. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. They need your protection and help to restore their village. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Understands you have things to do. Claims wants you to take your Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one. Shopkeeper claims you won't. Let's see. It's in your grasp. Complains it's heart-busting raising young ones when the world end leaves no future for them. But they think Maytimes collecting a set of pets might help them hold up. They're too busy watching the young ones to find them critters to pet, but maybe you have the time spare. Says they're small and fast. Just keep your peepers peeled. Claims those petables are all over the place. Just gotta scoop 'em up. Once you get enough critters for each kidling, that should be plenty. Without enough critters, the kidlings get stanky-cranky. Says you're the kind of end friend they all need. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Yeah! The tribe, let's see. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Says it's both everything you could want and never enough. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you. Something calm and soothing for your belly. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Says that's what gives your internal such a great glow. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself a pair of wings. Nothing better than a day on surf. Plastic scrap like that over there could be useful. So cool that the kidlings got their pets. Lots of love to roll around. Says nowadays everything seems to be falling apart, even fire. Could you help out with the fire beacon? It's gone out. They can't reach the fire beacon to relight it, but you could. Says their family has handled that for generations. Their mother was on duty, but she hasn't reported back. Says the fire beacon's not too far, just keep your head up. Sometimes you can still see the smoke coming up from it. And if you see their mother, please send her home. They miss her. Seems choked up to hear that. Nothing's more important right now than this. The story has got to keep moving forward. Crushing it. Oh, painful. Finding things both here and there. Yes, some e-waste for you. Every little bit helps. A waste of time. Wonders if anyone will still make music right up till the Tree of Life keels over. There's a twing twang to be found not too far away. Was Punky Funk's once. A decent twing twang could be the start of a lot of fun. Claims that was the bandmate of Funky Punk. They made the best party tunes around. Believes the twing twang isn't too far off. Just got to find it. Be careful with the twing twang when you find it. A good one's a real treasure. Then you can start up a tune fest. Says they'd be happy to listen along with you. You're at the quarrel spot. Just disgusting to see it destroyed like this. That hurt them. You're in pain. A decent twing twang could be. Then. You're at the quarrel spot. Just disgusting to see it destroyed like this. If a story is about you, careful. Grab tight and don't let go. Let's see. You could have missed this village. It's called Mamble Clump. Complains it's impossible to keep anything safe now that the world is coming to an end. They found a stronk box once that might be able to stand up to even the Lupin's teeth. It was too heavy for them, but someone like you could carry it. Thinks that's the real trick, isn't it? Says the stronk box isn't too far away, unless someone else moved it. Just go grab that stronk box and haul it out of there. Too good to just leave it. Without you, it's just going to rust bust. Figures you'd be the best safekeeper around.
Koiras was kudrai kuiltarai kagwai.
The light is nearly blinding.
Manda manoia ala Mutant ona kafr.
Says there can't be many automatons left in the world.
Pænelinde sitaler wunderbar om sola sail, polar sail.
This corner of the world is called Anywhere, which is maybe why Click calls it home. This fellow seems shocked to see you. He's heard about you, but figured you didn't have the guts to do what must be done to survive till the end of the world. He has no worries about doing what it takes, whatever it takes. Figures someone like you must be willing to do anything to stay alive, just like him. Now that you got this far, though, which way will you go? Are you really tough enough to see this through to the end? Or will you turn tail and run when the end finally comes? Guesses the end is coming either way. When there's nothing but a bad storm rising, it's ride or die. Asks you to think of the world like a set of locks. Every time you do something, you decide whether to open one or not. Would you get better than what? Maybe things have to get worse first. The world seems like it's starting to heal. How pointless. Appears to him like you've been wasting your time trying to fix the unfixable. Can't understand why you work with the Myriad. Someone needs to lock them up. No, they're so good, so righteous and worthless. You look like you'd be a fun lock to pick. Says back in the days no one locked anything, but that's changed. Locking yourself in and others out is his key to survival. He keeps his business low-key, but for the right person, he's willing to unlock secrets from the back then. The gears mesh well between you. It'll be easier for both if you just call him Click. Says that's the right way to ask that question. Think of yourself first. Click says his key to success is metal. And judging from what he's heard about you, you're handy with metal too, literally. If you charged a bar of metal at a toxinol zap station, he could forge it into the palm of your hand. That would help your clonk fist beat new paths into the future. Just flip the switch of a generator that produces superheated, glowy air and get on it when the lightning charge forms. Simple, right? Thinks the biggest risks come with the best rewards.